Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to After Dinner Pipe and Coffee. Smoking my Svenborg. Got some fireside going. Isn't that nice? This was made for me. I got it a couple months ago from Four-Eyed Piper, Zach. And I love this. I love it. I love it so much that I won't use it a lot so I can keep it nice. But I use it probably once, twice a week. Because I love it, man. Tonight, I'm drinking Honduran French pressed. I got a French press. Black, of course. Now, I've had Guatemalan, I've had Kenyan. I've never had Honduran. A little bit stronger than what I'm used to. But it's good. It is good. Got my heater going, so I will be warm. Gonna experiment with that, and see how that works. I was in Jersey today, and it was a good day there. I was there for longer than I wanted to be, but boy, that coffee, there's a sweetness to that too that's really strong. I have to look at that. I thought it was Honduran. It was some mixtures of Honduran or some type of flavor. I don't know if I like it that sweet, you know? I just don't know. Kind of like staring off. A little tired. I got up earlier than I wanted to this morning, so it's making me a little tired. But I woke up, so I figured I'm up. My son's coming in from Pittsburgh, so they'll be in for the weekend. All my kids will be around. we're going to my in-laws. So the kids are going to go to their mom's. But I'll get to see them either sometimes Thursday or maybe Friday. I might work this weekend. I might pull an extra shift on Saturday. Thinking about it. See how the rest of the week goes. But life is good. I really like cold days like this. When it's not windy and it's just cold, I like it. And they were saying it was 48 degrees out at one point. I don't think so. The air is cold. And there's a moisture in the air. Almost like it's going to snow or something. I don't know. Well, we don't have snow in the forecast. So I'm not sure why it seems so cold today. But boy, that heater's going to work nice. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's keeping my legs warm. The rest of me ain't bothered. I'm not bothered by it. So got some cleaning up to do. I'm starting to phase myself out of Facebook. I don't know if I'm going to go completely away. I just don't get on it anymore. I have no desire. I do like to get on and check out Bishop's Pipes. But he has an Instagram account too. So Mike's a good guy. Check him out. Bishop's Pipes on Facebook and Bishop's Pipes on Instagram. His stuff goes quick. I want to thank the new subscribers I've been getting to. I haven't been thanking you enough. I really appreciate it. I'm up over 600 and still climbing. I'm very appreciative of that. Tell your friends, tell your family, have them check out the channel. Because start doing a little bit more than just pipe and coffee. I do this Sunday morning scripture and coffee now. And I'm going to do a couple other things. I've been taking you on the road with me. I hope you like that. Let me know. Comment below if you're liking the on the road. So when I go on my break, I can, you can be on the road with me. I can talk to you about what was going on, what happened, and stuff. I wish I could do more detailed stuff with you. But that would take me having to go through HR to get approval, and it's just a lot of red tape I don't want to deal with. If I was still working over the road, it wouldn't be a problem because I would just do it, because when I'm off, I'm off. But when I'm on their time, okay, I get it. But when I'm on my 30-minute break, I can do what I want. I just don't feel comfortable with their company logo and stuff. So it is what it is, I want to I'm working on a series of videos I want to try. Where I'm going to go see, go visit with certain people and interview them. What's your story? Basically. So, however, that's going to take some planning. And it's just a lot of logistics to work out. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Probably start that after the holidays are over. Probably after the first of the year. And it's going to take money. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not sure how. Because some of the places I'm going to go, it's going to be a weekend. It's going to have to be because of the driving. And we might have to break the interview down into 2 parts. And then I'll have to edit it all together and put it together. So I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, I'm just working it out, but it's just something cool, man. You know, I look for a new challenge. And George Bruno got me on here, and he's got me up in my game. You know, what's the next level? What's the next level? So I'm taking it up higher and taking it up higher. I don't dream small. I dream big. It's the way I've always been. So going to work out some details, and it'll be different than my visit with Old Dirty Piper. It's going to be a little more formal, little more formal. I want to dig into people's lives, hear their story, where they came from, where they are now, where they're heading, because everybody has a story. If you take time to listen to someone's story, you're learning history. History just isn't what we learn in the classroom about the American Revolution, the Civil War, World War II, stuff like that. Alexander the Great, you know, yeah, it's all well and good. But there's history being made right now, all around us. I always found it fascinating, and I do want to interview my mom. I want to talk about the family, where the family came from and stuff. But I always found it fascinating when I sat around with the older generation, and they would tell stories. When my dad was alive, my mom's sister and her husband, my Uncle Bob, they would come up. My dad and my Uncle Bob and my Aunt Barb and my mom, they all hung out together. They were best of friends. They grew up in the 50s. You know, they were teenagers in the 50s. I mean, what a glorious time. The dawn of rock and roll. You know, Elvis Presley as it was happening. American Bandstand as it was happening. The cars, the way they dressed, you know. But my uncle and my dad would tell stories, and through the years they would tell stories through the years of how they would go fishing and hunting and stuff. And some of the stories are just hilarious, And you know, when you're listening to it, you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's so funny. But it's history when you're listening to it. It's history of what, you know, just one minute piece of history of the people in that little circle. And it's just fascinating. When you hear stories and you're, you know, people sitting around and they're telling stories. I was watching the 60th anniversary, or 65th, of the Grand Ole Opry. And nobody was singing. They had Roy Acuff there, Minnie Pearl, Little Jimmy Dickens, Ralph Emery, Whispering Bill Anderson, Loretta Lynn, Glenn Campbell, and a couple others. Roy Clark, and I think Roy Clark was hosting it. May he rest in peace. He passed away this week. We lost an American icon in Roy Clark. And Grandpa Jones, can't forget him. And they were telling stories about the early days of Grand Ole Opry and country music. And the neat thing about the Grand Ole Opry is, the Grand Ole Opry is what put country music on the map in this country. It was the format. It was like American Bandstand did for rock and roll what the Grand Ole Opry did for country music. So they talked about the early days of when this was formed. And the stories of how they got on the Grand Ole Opry. Fascinating. It's all stuff that should be archived, it should be documented, put pen to pen, or put to video or something, because it's a huge part. Their singing careers are just a small, very small part of the history of what went on. The stories of the songwriting, guys like Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings. These guys, they all hung out together. And then later in the 80s, they formed the Highwaymen. But they were writing songs together. Willie Nelson, he's an American treasure. I'm hoping to get to see him before he passes. If you've heard of Patsy Cline and you heard the song Crazy, Willie Nelson wrote that. Now that came out, when is that? Early 60s, I think. The hits that man has written, Always on My Mind. Elvis Presley recorded it. It was a huge hit for him. Willie Nelson recorded it later on. It was a huge hit for him. Various other people. Loretta Lynn just put another album out. Has that on there. These guys they just wanted to write songs. Merle Haggard, he passed away a few years ago. I think one of the greatest of all time. In any genre. Any genre. He just wanted to be a songwriter. And he ended up in front of the microphone. And thank God. God gives you a talent. And I'm using music because music is near and dear to my heart. I'm a musician. Spend a lot of time in front of the microphone. So being in front of people is not a difficult thing for me to do. Spend a lot of time singing and playing and stuff. Your talent might be pipe carving. That is a gift that God has given you. You need to take the gift that you have, if you're a pipe carver, and you need to use that to the best of your ability and do your best. Be the best at what you do. If you're musically inclined, you share that gift with others by playing your music, by singing your music. If you're an actor or an actress, if you are good at writing, if you're good at crocheting, if you're good at drawing, you take that gift that God has given you and you use it. But you always remember to thank God, because if it wasn't for Him, He's the one who made you. And I know some people don't believe in a God. He made you. Everyone has a gift to give. I believe that with all my heart. Everyone has some form of a talent. I believe that with all my heart. My dad was musically inclined, could play the trumpet like Louis Armstrong, could sing like there was no tomorrow. That's where we get it in our family. My mom's dad could play any instrument: mandolin, organ, piano, guitar, banjo. Man could play. I play guitar. I try to sing. But I've always used that gift to spread happiness. Jean Panzer talked about bringing happiness in his video from yesterday. If you don't know Jean Panzer, Jean Panzer, he's from Switzerland, lives in Switzerland. And in his video yesterday, he talked about, we need to spread happiness. We need to give happiness away, give things away. I'm paraphrasing. I'll put the link to the video in the bucket. We're all gifted and called in some shape or form. We use it. We're obligated. If you recognize you have a gift, you're obligated to take that gift and use it. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. And you may think that you don't have a gift. Maybe you're a good listener. Maybe your laughter brings happiness and joy to other people. Maybe you're a good hugger. Maybe you're good at consoling people. That's a gift. I'm not good at that. I have a humorous side. I love to make people laugh. I love breaking the tension in the room. I do not like when there's a lot of tension in the room. So you just have to find what your gift is and use it. Take your gift, give it all you got. Just do it. Just do it. Trust me, you may not get a lot of pats on the back, but it's very self-rewarding. I sing not to impress anybody. I play not to impress anybody. I don't do any of this to be validated. I do it because I like it. I love doing it. I sing and play my guitar because it's what I like doing. If you want to listen, you listen. If you don't want to listen, fine. I'm going to do it anyway. It's not about trying to impress other people. But if I can touch somebody's life in some way, good. Good for that, So anyhow, folks, been going too long. Listen, y'all have a good evening. I will see you all in the morning. I'm going to Maryland. Nice way to end the week before Thanksgiving. I'm going to go to Maryland. So I'll be home in a decent hour. And be ready to start Thanksgiving celebration. There's a lot to be thankful for this year. I have a lot to be thankful for, and I hope you do. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow night, because Thanksgiving Day I will not be posting anything. I'm taking the day off, and I won't be posting anything. So I'm going to do something about being thankful tomorrow. Have a good night. Light 'em up.